Hello everybody and welcome back to Crypto Simplified. The markets have been absolutely pummeling all of us investors. For every little bit of recovery that we tend to get, we're just smashed back down to lower lows. If you joined the market in November and December under advice from your friends who told you that cryptocurrency is a gold mine waiting to be uncovered, I'm really sorry. Do not end your friendships with these people. They have been telling you the truth. Cryptocurrency is the future. However, markets are cyclical, and especially small markets like this, we are affected a lot worse by panic sells. But remember, if you joined at that time, you probably saw these valuations shooting up through the roof. So for every pullback, we hope that there is going to be a bull run to come at some point. Having had a look at how badly the market has pummeled some of these really promising tokens, I think there are a lot of opportunities to be had over here. These are just projects that I find really exciting and really undervalued. You have to do your own research before making any investment decisions. In this video, I shall be going from the most prominent to the most obscure tokens. I shall be looking at 4 of them as well. However, before I get into this, I want to thank you all for the phenomenal support. Absolutely phenomenal. I did not expect this to happen. I just wanted to start up a channel and share my information, but I am absolutely loving the conversations I'm having with you folks. I'm loving all the support. Please keep telling all your friends. Please give me all your suggestions. If you like my content, do leave a like. If you don't like it, I think those comments are just as valid, if not more valid, because then I can improve my content to give you folks the best possible experience that I can. Having said all that, let's dive right into this video with a little overview of the market first. So everything more or less in the top 100 coins is down. We're hovering just above that 300 billion USD mark, and in the words of a fairly unpopular figure in the cryptocurrency scene, Warren Buffett, he said, "Be greedy only when others are fearful." And looking at all the red in this market, people seem pretty damn fearful at this point in time. So let's have a look at a few projects that I think are at a great oversold position right now, and I think you can get some fantastic returns. First up, a project that I think is going to be a total bedrock of the cryptocurrency scene, Ethereum. We have sub $600 Ethereum. Again, this is just my opinion. Please look into it before you make any purchases, but let me tell you why I think that this is so good. This article, I believe, has summed up a lot of the reasons why I am bullish on Ethereum. Of course, these sentiments are echoed in a lot of different places. This is just the one article that I found that fit alongside what I wanted to say. All my links are in the description, but the absolute meat of this article can be summed up in that little highlighted section. In order to bring Ethereum to the next level, 4 crucial problems need to be addressed. Those problems are privacy, consensus safety, smart contract safety, and the last facet is what we're all talking about, scalability. If this roadmap is to be believed completely, and if these interviews by Vitalik and a whole bunch of other people prominent in the Ethereum space are to believe, these 4 aspects will be solved, or there will be major moves towards solving these problems within the next year. I won't read out the article for you. You can check this out, link in the description. But this does highlight the problems and how the problems are being addressed. So maybe, just maybe, this could be one of the lowest lows that we will see before this really takes off. Because I've said this in so many videos, but there has been a ton of development that is just not showing in the market. So this video will hopefully let you know that, yeah, market movement isn't really everything that the cryptocurrency space has to offer. So, my entry points for Ethereum then. Well, I think we are just on the cusp of my highest entry threshold. I, however, believe that I would be totally okay with buying at this price. I would love to buy it about $30 to $40 lower as well, but that is just punting. Of course, if it goes all the way down to 350 USD per Ethereum, I will be all over that. However, you got to do your own research before investing. Next up, this is a project that I've spoken about a few times. It's very prominent in CoinMarketCap, but I do think that a lot of their developments have gone under the radar, and I think that it's a great time to consider buying, sharpening up those buying knives. However, like I said, you need to do your own research. This project is Cardano. And yes, people say, oh, this could be a type of vaporware. They don't really have a functioning product. I disagree, because their Daedalus wallet has stealth transactions from the get-go. So they do have a functional product that is out there. But this isn't why that I think that they are a coin you really should be looking at. The reason why they're on my watch list is, firstly, their smart contracts testnet has been launched. So, like I said, this is a testnet to ensure that these smart contracts are actually going to be running without any bugs in the network. While this is a fairly important part on the Cardano roadmap, the real big movement, I believe, will happen in July, when the virtual machine for Cardano will be launched. Links in the description as always, so do check it out. I highly recommend that you watch these videos, because these are people who are within the RHOC infrastructure who really know the direction that Cardano is going to be heading. If you'd like to understand how these Cardano smart contracts differ to the smart contracts on platforms that you know and love, this video by Sebastian Guillermo is a fantastic one. Link in the description for this as well. But if you really want to get in deep as to why these Cardano smart contracts are important and how they're going to be used, this is a great place to start. This, however, is not the only reason why I think that Cardano is going to be a very interesting project to look at over the next few months, because we have had a lot of news on the Cardano subreddit about development in Ethiopia. Cardano wants to partner with the Ethiopian government to do a whole bunch of different blockchain-based initiatives. On this Reddit post, people are hypothesizing that all this movement in Ethiopia could be about a potential move into China. We can't know any of this for sure, but a sentiment that I quite closely align with is over here by Han Solo Cupfiller, who says that Ethiopia is open to becoming a blockchain-based economy. You got to remember that in lots of developing nations, corruption and the pilfering of public funds is highly prominent. You also have high levels of inefficiencies in very, very basic sectors like agriculture. And RHOC, Charles Hoskinson, and Cardano are looking to help reduce inefficiencies in these systems in Ethiopia especially. Think about it this way. If RHOC and Cardano can implement their system in a nationwide way, using Ethiopia as a massive real-world testnet, they can truly iron out kinks in their system to help roll this out on a global scale. If you'd like more information about Ethiopia and potential for development, this video with Charles Hoskinson is an absolute must watch. If you'd also like to know more information about how Ethiopia and China are closely linked, building on that assertion in the subreddit post, have a look at this link as well. Links in the description so you can read up as much as you like. So, what are my buy points for Cardano? Well, I did say that it's an interesting project to watch because I am currently not comfortable with buying at this price. I have a standing order at the 2000 Satoshi mark. I believe that is a great place to buy ADA. If it drops lower than that, I will pounce. I believe that the team at ADA are working towards understanding the blockchain and its limitations, as well as, of course, its advantages, but most importantly, seeing what blockchains cannot do. And then they will try to figure out how to best fit those use cases. So I'm all in favor of the academic approach, and I do hope that we get some really solid development coming up very soon. Of course, there's a lot of criticism that they are not releasing enough pivotal tech. I'm willing to give it some time, But of course, I know a lot of other people might not be willing to do that. Next up, we are moving a little bit further into the obscure. And this project is Aelf. I've got to admit that I was a little bit overawed by all the technical jargon that Aelf used in earlier versions of their website. They didn't really go too far when it came to explaining why Aelf is better than other projects, nor did they try to really position themselves in a strong way in the market. However, now after reading up about it a little bit more and looking at their newly designed website, I do understand a little bit about what these guys want to do. They sort of want to be an open source standard for decentralized cloud computing on a blockchain. While these are a lot of buzzwords thrown into a single sentence, in this case, it really pays to follow the money. There are a lot of very, very prominent venture capital firms investing in Aelf. This is a Singapore-based company, so of course there's a huge presence of Chinese investors in this project. But the one company that has stood out in my eyes is this one, Galaxy Digital Assets. Mike Novogratz, a billionaire who is completely bullish on the cryptocurrency space, is hedging all his bets, and Aelf is one of the places where he is hedging these bets. Of course, I'm not endorsing a blind investment based on where institutional money is going, but this is a lot of institutional money going into one place. Aelf is looking to have multiple blockchains and focusing on inter-blockchain operability. The value of inter-blockchain operability is something that we're yet to fully understand because we don't really have widespread adoption of blockchains just yet. However, if they do manage to completely pull this off, Aelf could be one of those blockchain projects that sticks around. Everyone talks about blockchain projects just evaporating and fading into obscurity. I do not think that this will be one of them. However, not a financial advisor, please, please, please do your research before making any investment decisions. What price would I feel comfortable buying Aelf? Well, right now, if I look at these charts, this upward price action keeps tending to pull down to about the mark where we are right now. So I'm completely comfortable investing right now. As a matter of fact, I did invest at the 0.00168 Ethereum mark. I've also put a few orders further down in case this trend gets broken and it drops a little further down. I do want to make sure that I can capitalize on any further downward movement so I can accumulate more Aelf. Next up, the most obscure of the four projects that I shall be talking about today. A lot of you have probably not heard of it, and that is exactly why I think this is such great value. This project is called Photon, and you must be saying, what is this? If you look at this ranking on CoinMarketCap, we are in page 7. So you must be thinking, Marv, why are you pushing shitcoins on me? I would like to believe that this is not a shitcoin. I'd like to think that this coin has some sort of longevity. And this is because Photon is a gaming cryptocurrency. You might say, oh, but there are so many gaming cryptocurrencies. Why should I even give this one an iota of my attention? Well. This is where I believe the use cases really comes in a massive way. Because Photon has created a cryptocurrency for microtransactions within gaming platforms. However, the true value of this is the platforms on which Photon is active, the very games that they're on. And you all know these games. Photon will be used in Fortnite, in Counter-Strike Global Offensive, and in Team Fortress 2. These are huge games with massive online communities. So for the gamers who are watching this, you know that this coin is probably going to give you some massive returns. Probably. I'm not saying it's definitely going to do that, but it's being used in some of the most vibrant online gaming communities that our planet currently has to offer. for those of you who do not understand what all this hype is about, let me explain it. Photon tokens will only be used for cosmetic items, i.e. these items do not affect your performance in the game in any way. So for those who are not gaming, you might be thinking, okay, wow, this makes even less sense for me. Why do I care? Well, you've got to look at the numbers, because while these cosmetic items are just that, simply cosmetic, they are raking in a ton of money. In 2017, Counter-Strike Global Offensive revenue was $341 million US. Of course, a lot of these sales would have been from people buying the actual game itself, but these games do not cost very much at all. In-game economies are truly fascinating. They work on their own market forces, and specific rare items can be traded. But we know that with cryptocurrency, we can get objectively rare items that can be identified on a blockchain. I would highly suggest that you read this article to truly understand the effects of these rare items within games. Of course, this does lay the foundations for us potentially having identifiable items on a blockchain that can be traded in-game. Of course, Photon's use is possibly a first step into exploring the limitations and advantages of something like this, but people are asking these questions, and Photon is being integrated into this platform. This is, of course, one of those micro cap coins. This is less than 5 million USD. Of course, this is one of the largest gainers in the last month, but the upside potential for this is still most definitely there, especially if this catches on. So that's it from me. These are 4 projects that I think could be fantastic value, especially with the way the market has been really pulling back in recent weeks. What do you think of these projects? Leave your responses in the comments. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. Have I missed out on any projects that you think are dead certainties for giving you multiples on your initial investment? Do let me know. If you're a first-time viewer over here, I do hope you liked the content. If you did, do leave me a like, and if you really liked it, why not subscribe? There's going to be plenty more content where this stuff came from, so I'd love to have you on board as a subscriber. If you have been a long-term subscriber, why not click on that bell button, get notified with every single upload? And on that note, I should be wrapping up this video. This is Mark from Crypto Simplified signing off. You folks take care. We shall catch up very, very soon. Laters.